Hey guys, welcome back to another video with Inla Empowers. Now for this video it's going to be a bit special because we're going into if this video is uploaded before February 1st, we're going into Black History Month. Oh, I'm so excited. This is a very memorable time for a lot of persons, especially us Black people, and it's a month to celebrate everything Black, everything prosperous that we have contributed. So that's what I'm going to dedicate this week's video to doing. So we're going to be looking at Black history and geography. So this isn't much of like a teaching session because I'm learning just as you're learning as we're going through this presentation. But I'm just going to read some sightings that I have found on persons who were Black that participated and contributed a lot to geography, and just support them. So that's what this week's video is about. Now let's get into it. Before I do that though, please remember to subscribe, like, and share to continue seeing great videos from Inla Empowers. The support is really needed and we appreciate those who have been supporting us. Thank you, and I say us because it's not just me, it's my editor, it's my family, everything. Also, before I forget, if you guys want to see me cook some bomb food, please check out Prince in the kitchen. I am always over there cooking some delicious meals, some unique meals, Jamaican dishes, anything you want to see you can find over there. I'm over there, my brother is over there, mommy's over there, and we're just chefing it up. I can never say that. But if you want me to remind you, I will remind you sometime in this video again. So please ensure to subscribe to Prince in the Kitchen. The link will be in the description below. Now, what is Black History Month? Well, Black History Month is in February and it celebrates the contributions that Africans have made to the history in their struggle for freedom and equality, and deepens our understanding for our nation's history. So even though the Africans were struggling, they contributed so much to how we are now. It's crazy. And this month is just dedicated to show that support. So that's what I want to do with this video, show that persons who we don't even know the names of contributed so much. Well, Black History Month was originated in 1915, so it's been around for a good while now. But let's link it to geography. Okay, so I'll be talking about a few persons who contributed to geography, maybe not as we know it now, but back then what geography was, they contributed a lot, and I'm just going to tell their stories. So the first one is Sidi Mubarak Bombay. I don't want to mispronounce, but I say Sidi Mubarak Bombay. If you knew who he was before this video, please comment below and let me know. If you're just knowing this person, also comment and let me know, because I want to know, is this new information? Have you seen it before? I want to know. Alright, so let's read the story. So it says, taken to Asia as a slave, Mubarak gained his freedom in the Bombay Presidency. He later returned to Africa and worked for many of the 19th century British explorers active in Africa, including Richard Francis Burton, John Hanning Speke, James Grant, and Henry Morton Stanley. So he worked with the British explorers, and that links back to geography because geography is all about exploring the earth, exploring all that there is to offer. And geography is a very wide range. You have human geography, physical geography, so this is more of the human aspect. Now, as a result, Mubarak became the most widely traveled man in Africa. As we said before, geography is about exploration, especially human geography. Now it says over the course of his career, he covered some 9,600 kilometers, which is equivalent to 5,970 miles overland, which was much on his foot. It's just foot. He did all of this on foot. There wasn't any cars or vehicles or planes. He did this by foot. A true legend. So it says he and John Hanning Speke traced the source of the Nile. Wow, can you imagine that? He traced the source of the Nile. This man right here, the Nile River that so many speak about to this day. Did you know that Mubarak contributed to finding the source of the Nile. So amazing. He became the only recorded person to travel both the Nile from its source in Lake Victoria in Uganda to Cairo, and to cross Africa from Zanzibar in the east to Angola on the west coast. Wow, okay, amazing. In addition, he also sailed the length of the Red Sea and around the Cape of Good Hope. Mubarak spoke a number of languages, a skill vital to speak, who was this British explorer. He could not speak Arabic, Kishwali, or any other African languages. So he spoke the languages which were vital to him as an explorer, and also vital to his British explorers as well. And he did so much. He went from so many places in Africa, which is amazing. Now, for his role with the Speke expeditions, the Royal Geographical Society awarded Mubarak a silver medal and provided him with a pension in 1876. So that was a little story about Mubarak. So you can remember that this gentleman here found, or helped to find the source of the Nile, which is amazing, and he did so much more. Now, our next person that I decided to include in our presentation is Abdullah Susi. Now, Susi traveled widely inside and outside Africa. His most notable achievement was co-founding a station in the Congo called Leopoldville, I hope I pronounced that right, which later became Kinshasa, okay, the capital of the Democratic Republic of Congo. We hear about that all the time. Now, Susi worked alongside David Livingstone, which was a British explorer, for 20 years on several expeditions. Now, he accompanied Livingstone on his final expedition in 1873, and was one of the men that constructed the kitanda, which is also known as a stretcher, to carry the dying explorer. Now, can you imagine? This man right here was one of the men that constructed what we know today as a stretcher, which carries dead bodies. So he contributed to that, and he was also a part of a lot of expeditions. It was Susu who carved Livingstone's name on the bark of the tree that marked his grave, and which is now a part of the society's collection. Through his role in carrying Livingstone's body and the papers to the coast and recounting the expedition to others, Susi preserved the final stages of Livingstone's life for posterity. So he contributed so much, and he carried the memory of Livingstone, an explorer. Now, to recognize his contributions, Susi was awarded a medal by the Royal Geographical Society, and he died in 1891. Thank you, Susi. You contributed a lot to us, and we really appreciate it. Now, let's talk about James Schumer. Now, James Schumer spent half of his 32 years on 5 expeditions. So he lived until age 32, which is, we will consider that a short life span, but he did a lot. He went on 5 expeditions. 8 of these years were spent with David Livingstone, and like Susi, he also traveled to London after Livingstone's funeral. So he was also a part of that crew with David Livingstone. Now, with Susi, he worked with Livingstone's friends and families to establish the legacy of the Scottish explorer. Schumer was held in high esteem by all British explorers he worked with, and was known for his reliability, resourcefulness, and commitment. So he's working with so many British explorers, and British explorers are wise, and here's this black man that is holding such high esteem because what? He's reliable, he's resourceful, and he's committed. And these are some of the characteristics that we see today, not just in black people, but since this video is talking about black persons, in black people, we see a lot of black persons that are very reliable, very resourceful, very committed to whatever they are doing, because this is something that they're passionate about. So once you find a black man's passion, you can always expect these characteristics from them: to be reliable, to be resourceful, to be committed, to be a leader, and to be held in such high esteem by co-workers or onlookers and so on and so forth. Now in 1881, he was presented with a silver medal by the Royal Geographical Society and a sword in recognition to his contributions. So they were always recognized by the Royal Geographical Society, and good work deserves acknowledgement. Now, after Livingstone's death in 1873, Chuma worked for the university's mission to Central Africa in Zanzibar. In 1879 to 1880, he joined Joseph Thomson and Keith Johnson on the Royal Geographical Society expedition to the Central Lakes. So I should say expeditions is where they go out and find different aspects of the world, hence why it's related to geography. They go out, discover the world, discover resources, discover materials, so on and so forth, raw materials, everything that you can think of. Now Chuma, and I should also say that it was because of these expeditions why we know so many things today. For example, the Nile, they are able to tell the source of the Nile through expeditions, right? So Chuma was baptized in 1865 when he added James to his name. Alright, so those were some persons that I highlighted, and also that were highlighted by the Royal Geographical Society. Now here are some pictures. So from left to right, now let's go from left to right. We have Agnes Livingstone, who died. So that's the gentleman right there. Then we have Thomas Livingstone. Then we have daughter and son of David Livingstone, Abdullah Susie, which we spoke about, James Chuma, which we spoke about, and Reverend Horace Waller. And this was taken by R. Allen and Sons in 1874. And now we have reached the end of our video. So this was a really nice, informative video, just to get a little bit of our culture, our geographical culture at that, and some of our black persons that contributed to it. Because before doing this research, I would have the idea that most expeditions were always done by British white folks. And now, after doing such research, I found out that black men had a lot to play in expeditions, in geographical findings, more than we know, and it's good for that to be highlighted. Now, our quote for today is: injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. You can tell me what you think this quote means. I take this that if you are unjust, then wherever there's justice, they're going to feel like, they can be, they can have aspects of injustice as well. Because if one person is being, unjust, then why can't I? And that was said by Martin Luther King. You can also tell me what you take from it. Every quote has different meanings, different takeaways. That's my takeaway. And it was said by the great Martin Luther King Jr. Also, please remember to subscribe to this channel and also to Prince in the Kitchen, where I cook. And we hope to see you all next week. Bring a friend, bring a family member, and we will start doing geography topics. However, if you want to see me do more Black history topics for this month, let me know in the comments below. I will do what you want. If you have any topic that you'd like me to touch on as well, comment below. If you like this video and its content, comment below, let me know. I'm always looking forward to the comments. Alright, bye guys, see you next week.